Good morning, everybody. No.
Sorry, it's
Not yet.
It's still the wheels going.
Okay. Excuse me. Good morning, everybody from Grace Preschool. Miss Faye has another story for you today, and it's called The Relatives Came. It was wrote by Cynthia Ryland, and the pictures were all done by Stephen Gamble. I hope you're ready for it. We sure have missed you this week. Here it goes. It was in the summer of the year when the relatives came. They came up from Virginia. They left when their grapes were nearly purple enough to pick, but not quite. They had an old station wagon that smelled like a real car, and in it they put an ice chest full of soda pop and some boxes of crackers, some bologna sandwiches, and up they came from Virginia. They left at 4 in the morning when it was still dark, before even the birds were awake. They drove all day long and into the night, and while they traveled along, they looked at the strange houses and different mountains, and they thought about their almost purple grapes back home. They thought about Virginia, but they thought about us too, waiting for them to get here. So they drank up all their pop and ate up all their crackers, and they traveled up all those miles until finally they pulled into our yard. Then it was hugging time. Talk about hugging. Why, those relatives just passed us all around their car, pulling us against their wrinkled Virginia clothes, crying sometimes, but they hugged us for hours. Don't that sound great? We could do that. Then it was into the house, and so much laughing and shining faces and hugging in the doorways. You'd have to go through at least 4 different hugs to get from the kitchen to the front room. Those relatives sure like to hug. And finally, after a big supper, 2 or 3 times around, until we all got a turn at the table, there was quiet talk, and we were in 2s and 3s throughout the house. The relatives weren't particular about beds, which was good, since there weren't any extras. So a few squeezed in with us, and the rest slept on the floor, some with their arms thrown over the closest person, or some with an arm across one person and a leg across another. It was different going to sleep with all that new breathing in the house. Does it look crowded? But they sure do look happy. The relatives stayed for weeks and weeks. They helped us tend the garden, and they fixed any broken things they could find. That is family. They ate up all our strawberries and melons, then promised we could eat up all their grapes and peaches when we came to Virginia. Do you notice them playing all the instruments? I bet they all had a great time. But none of us thought about Virginia much. We were so busy hugging and eating and breathing together. That's family. And the relatives drove on all day long and into the night. And while they traveled along, they looked at the strange houses and different mountains, and they thought about their dark purple grapes waiting at home in Virginia. But they mostly thought about us too, missing them, and they missed us. And when they finally got home in Virginia, they crawled into their silent, soft beds and dreamed about the next summer. The end.
Miss Faye, we have a visitor today.
What? Did you hear that, everybody? A visitor. Who could it? Oh, look who's here, Lucy. Oh, my goodness, look. Oh, look, everybody. It's Lucy. Oh, Lucy, we've missed you so much. Come up here. Come on. Come here, my girl. Oh, everybody, look. Lucy came to see us, and doesn't she look happy?
She sure does. Lucy, what have you been doing all summer?
Lucy, yeah. We're going to have to ask you some questions, okay? All right, everybody. I'm going to ask her some questions, and she's going to tell me the answer. All right, Lucy. You know, when we go out, we all have to wear a mask. Do you have to wear a mask? She said no, because dogs, they're a little different than people. So right now, she doesn't need to wear a mask. But she said her owner, Miss Jolie, does. So Miss Jolie's practicing safe habits. All right, Lucy, one more. I know the kids are waiting to hear. Do you miss the children and school? Oh, she said yes, a big yes. She really misses everybody, and I know how much we miss you. One more question would be, for exercise, a lot of us right now, we're trying to figure how to keep in shape. Do you go walking a lot? She said, yes, she does. She walks and she comes here with Miss Jolie to school, and that helps her too. Well, one more question we're going to ask you. Lucy, would you like to send heartfelt wishes to all the children and their parents from our teachers, staff, our preschool, and everybody up in church and on their staff too? Pastor Greg, Pastor Ken, Pastor Alfredo, Miss Jolie, Mr. Greg. Would you like to send heartfelt wishes to all them? Let's see. She said yes, she would. So we are going to send, I'm going to cross my arms with Lucy, all our heartfelt wishes to all of you with all our love. Keep safe, keep happy, and practice those good habits.
I see trees of green.